my name is Britt. Welcome back. I'm a registered dietitian, and today we are gonna be making homemade marshmallows. Why am I doing this? Because I really think making things special, specifically when they are something that you want to eat sparingly, is a very good idea. So the dietary guidelines just came out for 2020, and it says try to choose a lot. Well, I'll get into all that. Anyway, let's start making some marshmallows. First thing you're gonna need a mixer. The other special piece of equipment that you are gonna need is a candy thermometer. You can get these at the grocery store. They are not expensive, they are not hard to find. And a really good pot. And the rest is kind of easy. So we're gonna need some sugar, and we're also gonna need some Karo syrup, which you can get in the baking aisle, some cooking spray, and some vanilla, a little bit of salt, and cornstarch. And that's pretty much it. In the mixer, I am gonna add about a half a cup of regular tap water. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, plain gelatin. You need 3 packs of that plain old gelatin that you get in the baking aisle, and a half a cup of water. Add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Just gonna pinch it in there, not a lot. Just gonna kind of stir it a little, get it to combine. I actually have the whip on in here, and we will get to that in a second. Okay, so we're just gonna let that hang out. Now, in my pot, I am going to add another half a cup of water. Yes, I'm gonna add a whole cup of corn syrup. Good stuff. Another bottle. Granulated sugar. 1, 2 1/4. And I'm just gonna heat that bad boy up. So easy. You know, we just came out with the dietary guidelines, like I was saying earlier, and it's really exciting because it's the first time they actually include all different age groups, so that's very exciting. Another thing they really included was watching extra calories from sugar, which was really nice to see. And here I am making marshmallows, talking about that, right? When I make marshmallows, I'm doing it to serve with hot chocolate, which is very high in protein, high in calcium, and good for my kids after coming in from being cold and out sledding. Taking the time to make something special with a little extra sugar is nice. And in a way, it does kind of work into the new dietary guidelines, because what it also says is according to custom, and it is customary to add a marshmallow to hot chocolate. And it is customary to have hot chocolate after sledding when you are outside. Also, I wanted you to see how super easy it is to make marshmallows. So what I am doing is I have this candy thermometer in here that I hope you can see. I got a camera guy kind of helping me. And so in that candy thermometer, I'm trying to dissolve the sugar, and we're gonna heat it up to 240 degrees. It's called softball. It's if you're making candy. It's really, really, really hot. So this is not stuff you let your kids play with, okay? You know, watch your handles, keep them over to the side, stand back, stuff like that. And we're just gonna keep cranking on that until it reaches temperature. So we got a while. So I'm just gonna stand here and stir. And my husband's arms are gonna get tired. You know, I used to make marshmallows for Thanksgiving to bring for like sweet potatoes. I have learned a lot since then, since I used to bring them. You know, it's kind of like the old fat-free chocolate chip cookie. It just, you know, experience makes you better. We're getting there. There you go, Greg, you got some B-roll. Gotta get to softball, which is 240. Like as it keeps cooking, it's gonna get really, really bubbly. And that's normal. It's totally normal. And actually those bubbles kind of almost, you want them almost to like kind of like appear almost stacked when you get close to the end. And I'll point out and show you exactly what it looks like. And we're at 220. We just got a little bit longer to go. Bit longer. 10 more degrees. this is very important. You're tempted to touch this or lick this or any of that. Do not do it. You will burn yourself seriously badly. Like, seriously badly.
Make sure it doesn't drip down to your hands.
It won't. I'm okay. I've done this before. Sometimes it's like waiting for a pot of water to boil. You know, hot chocolate itself, oh, sorry. You know, hot chocolate is like regular chocolate milk is a 4-to-1 carbohydrate to protein ratio. So that means it's a really great recovery snack if you do cardio for a long time, like being outside sledding or ice skating or skiing or whatever other wintertime activity you have planned this January. Where are we? Oh, we're at 240. Okay, and we are done. Put the mixer on low. Excuse Honey Bear in the background. And I have this super hot sugar mixture that is like really dangerous. And so while it's on low, I'm just gonna gently pour it into the mixer. Just kind of getting it in there. So it is kind of nice to have a pan that has a spout if you have one, like one of those things that makes it easy to pour. And then once it all gets incorporated into the mixer, we're gonna just crank up the speed. Woo! We're gonna go all the way up. For safety, and we're gonna just beat it and whip it for 2 minutes straight. So for safety, I was gonna put that over it, but then you can't see anything, so I'm not. But you should. Ooh. While that's whipping, I'm going to get the parchment out and kind of get it ready for when it comes out of the mixer. Gotta have parchment, parchment, parchment. Not hot anymore. It's been 2 minutes. This is what that glorious marshmallow stuff looks like. And it's really, actually, it's not as hot anymore, but it is stunning. And I'm gonna spray some, just some cooking spray. And then I'm also gonna sprinkle it with some cornstarch. And I have this handy dandy like little gadget that I can use to like really get cornstarch everywhere. And that's what it looks like. Can you see that? Look at this gorgeousness. Now, if you have the desire to make the best Rice Krispie treats on the planet, you stop here and you have this gorgeousness and you take a really big box, not the small box, but the giant family size box, crisped rice, snap, crackling kind of thing, and you mix it in here and you will make the world's greatest Rice Krispie treats ever. I'm serious, no lie. To the parchment. I'm using the same wooden spoon that I used before. And it'll just kind of work its way out. It's still kind of warm. It's not hot. It's not gonna burn you at the same way it did, but it is sticky. So be careful, but don't worry. It's only sugar. It'll rinse right off. It comes out. And you're just gonna pour it like this. I'm telling you, you make marshmallows for your kids for hot chocolate, You could even like do this and like just take a dab of that and put that on top of a hot chocolate. And your kids will be like, what? I'm just gonna kind of spread it out a little because I really like a thick, gorgeous thing. And I'm gonna let this cool. We wanna let it cool for about 4 hours, and then we're gonna like sprinkle the daylights out of it with cornstarch and cut into it, and then serve it with hot chocolate. And of course you can use your favorite hot chocolate. Honestly, for me, I just like Ovaltine. So, and I'll tell you what I do with that. The marshmallows have cooled, and I just slid the parchment paper right off the sheet pan, and it looks like this. And it's fabulous, except it's like really, really, really sticky. It takes every trick in the book so that you can cut them. So you can now get your kids involved and get some really cute cookie cutters or something and have them cut shapes. But I would say make sure it's heavily sprayed with some cooking spray. I want to dust the whole top generously. Cornstarch. You don't want to hold back. A lot of recipes will tell you to use straight up powdered sugar. I think that's a bad move, and I learned that from experience. It just has a bite to it, and it's not pleasant. And I'm just gonna roll right through these, literally. So I sprayed the pizza cutter with a little bit of cooking spray, and I'm just slicing them up. Really easy, just like that. It's not a lot of effort. Now they will last a month in an airtight container. So that was easy. They're still a little sticky, as you can tell. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the cornstarch into the crevices to kind of help pull them apart and kind of get the cornstarch into the corners. And you know, you can use more. My hands are getting a little cornstarchy. Just hoping to have a cleaner look for you, but it is what it is. But you want to be generous with it. So just kind of keep it out, kind of like you were working with bread or something, and you're kind of breaking them into pieces. And it looks like that. Isn't that cute? You know, okay, full disclosure, I forgot. I did not add the vanilla to this recipe. And I have to tell you, I was kind of licking the bowl when I was like cleaning up the dishes. It tastes better. I don't think the vanilla is needed. I think it actually changes it, and it's not a true marshmallow flavor. You know how like cookies and cream ice cream isn't like vanilla flavored ice cream, it's just cream flavored, and then they add the cookies to it and stuff. Sometimes things don't necessarily need vanilla in it. This is one of those things. I gotta tell you, in my personal preference, I'm not gonna add it anymore. Plus vanilla is expensive. I'm just kind of like moving it around, getting all the pieces covered in cornstarch. You can put that in like a Ziploc bag and do it too. That's a really big marshmallow. Beautiful pile of homemade, delicious, gorgeous marshmallows that are not too sweet. Seriously. It's like pillowy. So here's my version of hot chocolate. I like Ovaltine. I really do. 2 tablespoons of Ovaltine to a cup. You heat the milk in a separate container because Ovaltine actually has like some vitamins to it. It doesn't have a lot. It has like 10%, 20%, 15%. The perfect amount to give a child where, you know, you're not overdosing your kid with like vitamins and minerals because you gave them a Flintstone vitamin and then you gave them some kind of weird, I don't know, energy bar that's got 200% of the DRI for a bunch of vitamins and they're like 40 pounds. That's no good. So that is a thing that does happen. So I just heated some skim milk. 2 minutes in the microwave. I think I'll give my kids each one of those. Pick some cool marshmallows. Oops, that one's kind of stuck. So they're gonna get 2 marshmallows. Okay, so hot chocolate with marshmallows. Looks like that. Looks delicious. I wanna steal this. I wanna drink it for myself. I don't wanna give it to my kids. I hope you have a very happy and healthy 2021. It's kind of weird that I started the year off making marshmallows, but I felt like we needed a little bit of sweetness in this time, and a little bit of sweetness mixed with some really healthy ingredients like milk to make something after you've been outside playing in the snow is just what you need right now. So stay well, stay happy, stay healthy. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, who doesn't love a freaking marshmallow? Oh my God. That's so good.